Hello, my friends. Welcome back for another check-in. I figured we were due for a little update, and this time I have a painting to show you, as you can see behind me, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But first, I just wanted to gush for a second about how much I am loving this rainy day. Do you love rainy days? Let me know in the comments. I love a good rainy day, especially in the fall. When, you know, the leaves are falling and it's just so beautiful. It's very therapeutic also. I have my windows open and I'm just enjoying listening to the rain and smelling like the wet leaves. Yeah, I love November. It's a great month. Also my birthday month, so what's not to love? Anyway, so I've been working on my painting today. I started it a couple days ago and I ended up doing the heart again because I just wanted to keep it simple. I wanted to do something very straightforward since this is my first painting with oils. My goal for this piece is really just to reacclimate myself to using oil paints as a medium, and that's what I've been focusing on. So I had to really just let go of all of the pressure and expectations I was putting on myself for creating like a really great finished piece, and just remember I need to honor the process. I need to take baby steps in sequential order. So I'm, preparing myself and working up to creating the pieces that I want to create in the more challenging imagery. So that's my goal. I've been enjoying it. I've really just been experimenting with this one. I've tried a few different techniques and styles. I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just figuring it out as I go. Does this sound familiar? So you can see down here, I've got one thing going on and then sort of more blending in this area. Yeah, it's all over the place, but I'm not judging it, I'm not critiquing it. That's, especially not now while it's still in progress. I'm just pushing through, using it as play and as learning. And I think that the lesson that I'm relearning or being reminded of in all of this is kind of what I said, letting go of expectations and pressure. So maybe this is something you need to be reminded of as well. It's actually something that came up in the book for this week's chapter. So funny enough, she really, this author just really seems to speak to me, and the messages are right on point. So she writes, "The need to be a great artist makes it hard to be an artist. The need to produce a great work of art makes it hard to produce any work at all." So just like I was suffering from that pre-painting paralysis because I was focusing on that final outcome, that final product, that's what she hits on here. And I think this can relate to other areas as well. Maybe for you it's academics. Maybe you put a lot of pressure on yourself, or your parents put a lot of pressure on you. It can be external or internal. In my case, it's internal. But no matter where the pressure is coming from, just recognizing that can cause a lot of anxiety, which impairs our performance, right? I mean, test taking anxiety is a perfect example of that. Maybe for you, this relates to athletics. Maybe it's your sport. When you get caught up in performance and just focusing on meeting some particular metric or some expectations coming from yourself, your coach, your parents, whatever, do you notice that also impairs your performance, that you generally do worse when that happens? I don't know. This is just something I've been thinking about. And I was also thinking about why is that the case? And one of the things that came to me, I mean, this isn't radical or this is not something you've never heard before, but think about how we're focusing on that something in the future when we do that, we forget to like be fully present in the moment and just enjoy the act of doing whatever it is you're doing. So that easily relates to my artistic process here. I'm sure you can relate that to your sport, or in the case of academics, you know, sometimes when you're taking a test and you're so focused on that like grade that you're trying to get, or the grade that you're afraid you'll get, then it's almost like you're absent. You're not fully there. You're not fully focused in that moment. So, and then another thing that I was thinking about is how pressure and expectations also impairs creativity. So, sort of similar to how it affects performance, but specifically with the creative arts, I think that can really like stifle our creativity. And not only that, but, and this I think goes across the board, it can really just take the fun out of the thing. You know, when you're so focused on performing, don't you enjoy it less? I feel like it sort of sucks the joy out of it. So anyway, this is just a reminder to myself, and if relevant to you, let's hold ourselves to high standards and recognize what we're capable of, but not get too caught up in that pressure and the expectations and like that performance and the final outcome. Let's be fully present in the moment, which is basically what this is all about, right? And enjoying the journey and finding joy in it. Okay, so that's what I'm doing with my painting, and that's it for now. I will check in again when I have something else to show you. Wishing you happy travels, and may the force be with you. I'll talk to you again soon.